Hello, friends. Today we come some technical issues, and today we are going to revise the professional ethics. Professional ethics is the theoretical chapter. This is the professional ethics unit one related questions. Now we have here this 30 questions, and out of that we will try to solve all the questions, and I also will give the some examples and some concept if there are some that relevant, and let's start the exam. This is a really exam, and as an environment, as an exam environment you can find here, and we need to solve all the questions, and there is no time limit. This is just a practice session, and other questions will be separately given for the 100 marks, and as for time given by the IMA Institute, we need to solve all the questions within the 3 hours. 100 questions that I already have informed, and this is related to the professional ethics, and I already in question number 6, and I tried to solve all the questions correctly, but maybe the 80 to 90% may be the correct, or I am not sure how much question will be correct. Let's see. The question is that an IMA member discovered the problem with that misled user of the firm's financial data and has informed his immediate superior. He should report the circumstances to the audit committee and or the board of director only if the immediate superior uh, is the firm chief executive officer and knows about the situation but refuse to correct it. Option A, that also can be possible. Option B, assure that member that problem will be resolved. This is not a correct answer. This is not a relevant for this question. And report to the chief executive officer and know about the situation but refuse to correct it. Yes, this also can be happen. Option D, report the situation to her superior. This is not a relevant question. A or C, that could be the relevant answer, and let's analyze both of them. This says so IMA member means CMA member, IMA member means CMA already, and he found that there is a misleading in financial data, but he want to report that one to his superior senior, and but he don't know. And he also planning to report to the committee or the board of director, and this is asking at which situation he has to report to the director or audit committee. The superior, his superior should be either A or either C. This should two out of the two should be the correct answer. The report chief executive officer and knows about the situation but refuse to correct. Right. Option A, if the is the form chief executive officer and know about the situation to refuse the correct it. We should go to option A because he is the forms chief executive officer, and he is the superior in the organization. And this question we need to go to option A. And question number 7, Which of the following statement is the responsibility of IMA member regarding the integrity, stand, ethical conduct, right? This is asking about the integrity. Integrity. Integrity, there are certain definitions given in the IMA course, and you need to revise, you have to study once all the chapters, then only go for the questions, then only you will get the concepts. And here is integrity. Integrity define provide all the information could reasonably expected to influence an intended user understanding of the report analysis and recommendation. This is not integration, this is related to the competence, and refrain from engaging in conduct that would prejudice carrying out ethical duty. This is the not a integrity. Integrity is the this is the uh, and option C, option D, perform professional duty in accordance with the relevant law regarding the technical standard, law regulation standard. This is also not answer. Refrain from using confidential information, unethical or illegal advantage. This is also prejudice. This prejudice is the option. Question number 8. How can a management accountant use the fraud triangle identify management risks of fraud? Fraud triangle. Fraud triangle model for explains how persuasion, coercion, and conviction influence the people to commit fraud. And option 2, fraud triangle provides SOX compliant model for examining all the company's internal control environment in terms of its risks of fraud. Option C, fraud triangle provides a model for the explaining the motive, means, opportunity, and influence people commit the fraud. The fraud triangle provides the model for explaining the pressure, uh, rationalizations, and opportunity. Yes, this is the correct. Pressure means financial pressure. Some of the employee financial pressure. How this impact financial pressure means some of the employee are getting target, monthly target, quarterly target to get a sales this much and to retain your employment. Either they will get pressure to anyhow achieve their target to get completed all the assigned tasks on the timely. That is the pressure by the management to the employee that happen. And rationalizations means the chances some of the cases can be happen. Suppose some of the case employee make fraud, in that case how that fraud employee can hide and how that can be mimic like some of the fraudulent activity, and that cannot be identified by the management or super and audit committee. That is the cases. And another is opportunity in the case of there is a low internal control system in the organization. In that case opportunity can influence the triangle model, and this is the one for triangle model is to identify and mitigate the risks. Question number 9. This says using the triangle model, the controller has determined that entities policy most likely increase their risk of fraud by. I think this question already we have solved once. Manufacturing entity located separately population country has policy material inventory warehouse that are drop open during the normal for the business that optimize the workflow. The controller of the activity just noticed that some raw materials inventory is missing. Using product angle, controller has determined the policy most likely to increase the risk by fraud, which increase the opportunity to commit the fraud, increase the cases of rationalization the fraudulent activity, and incentivize employee to commit the fraud, and assisting the employee to perceive financial need. In this case, that all material are open and some other missing material are also missing, and this there is no internal control system. There's increase the opportunity to commit the fraud. Now we are in question number 10. Question number 10, the company has a strong internal controls. I think this one already we have done. According to the IMA statement, ethical professional practice on of the following ethical re- responsibility. Responsibility means what? Responsibility option A, protecting the laptop computer, especially when they are taken off the company's premises. This is responsibility. No. Performing the professional duties according with the relevant laws, regulation, and ethical standard. That also can be the professional responsibility of the employee. And option C, performing or act and or functions completely and in timely manner. Being the aware, able, or accountable for the something that is within the your want, power, control, management. This is the correct answer of question number 12. Now question number 12. And do this what according to the IMA statement, the ethical purpose and which of the following is the correct evaluation and better decision to notify the authority. The question and equity management accountant at the MC there professor he learned that the MC has been disposing the hardware wastage material in the nearby the uh, wastage and the near you the superior next due to the significance of the matter that have been decided because the matter. This question says that the entity engaged in manufacturing uh, hazardous waste material nearby residential landfill. But this is the serious condition, and that is why I am a member that reports to the matter with the management. For that case, that was ignored, and that case, what is his responsibility? This question has asked like this, and but action to impo- because they involve the in subordinations, and option B, better action where the only the attorney indicate that there was a clear violation of law, and this. Now we are questioning 13. Which of the following action is not appropriate course of action when the accounting unethical usage or behavior if your organization do not have established policy? If the organization don't have the established policies, in that case, which action should be the taken? Contact the IMA anonymous helpline. This is correct. This says that there are four options out of the four, which is not a appropriate course of action. Right? Contact to IMA helpline to request to know how the element of the IMA statement ethical professional practice could be the applied to the ethical issue. This is correct. And option B, consult your one attorney to learn the any legal obligation, right, risk concerning issue. This is also correct. And and option C, communicate your concern to the authority to or a person outside the organization may be interested to parties. This is really not correct. Option question number 14. According to the IMA statement of ethical professional practice, one of the overreaching ethical principles is honesty. That honesty means what? Honesty, fairness, straightforwardness, conduct, being upfront, having the integrity, being thoughtful, since frank, and this also can be the referring from the engaging in the, this is not correct. Being aware able accountable for the something that within one's power control is a responsibility, not fairness, honesty, reporting any delay. I think this means option A is correct. Now question number 15. What are the four overreaching ethical principles as expressed in the IMA statement ethical professional practice 2017? What are the four overarching ethical principles? Principles means what? Four principle. There are four standards and four principle. Principle, four principle means honesty, fairness, objective, and responsibility. For honesty, this is the principle, and there are four standard as well. Which of the following is example of the reaching ethical principle from IMA statement is proposed? Confidentiality, competence, integrity, and fairness. This is fairness is the example of principle because these are the standards. Confidentiality, competence, and integrity. These are the standard. The question says that Mark Tina, a staff accountant, become the aware of that the of balance sheet bank account where funds have been diverted with the setting credit approved by his immediate superior. His immediate superior refused to discuss it and suggesting Tian forgot about it. Which of the following course of actions Tian can take? Discuss his concern with the level of management or a move immediate superior. That also can be happen. Put his concern writing to immediate superior and copy to the independent auditor. This is not correct action. Communicate his concern confidentially to the company's external legal counsel. This is also not correct. Communicate his concern confidentially to the companies independent that this also not correct. Discuss with this one is correct. Question number 18. An accountant has discovered unethical conduct in his organization and failed to act because of fear of retention. He will be in violation of all of the following IMA ethical standard, except he will be refrain from engaging in conduct that would prejudice carrying out this integrity out of duties correctly. Integrity should be there and communicate information fairly and objectively. This is fairness. Refrain from using the confidential information for unethical, illegal advantage. This also should be done. Provide all relevant information that could reasonably expect to influence the independent or user on understanding of the report analysis communication. के हुन्छ यो साला? We are in question number 19. Sally Smith, CMA is the consumer electronic buyer or major chain department store. His department gross profit margin monitored by the superior and on quarterly basis. When the Smith think they may have the trouble making the gross profit goal for the quarter. He may claim the unauthorized changes back on the merchandise invoice from the manufacturer. The retailer may obtain the specific authorization from the manufacturer to deduct chargeback from his invoices. Damage is good returned by the customer. A mistake in shipping and similar specific reason in accordance with the AMA statement of the ethical profession. Which of the following statement is mostly correct? Integrity. Violate the credibility that is standard by the communicating erroneous information that chargeback claim had not been approved by the manufacturer. Unauthorized check chargeback do not violate IMA statement or on any other ethics words. Chargeback will be reversed in future. This is not correct. Smith violating the confidentiality standard by informing the manufacturer of the value and reason for the chargeback. Smith is violating the competence standard because of Fair Trade Commission has established the regulation prohibiting the chargeback, which is not approved by the vendor. He violating the credibility standard by communicating erroneous information. The chargeback claim do not been and had not been approved by the manufacturer. I don't know this one. Question number 20. And accountant Smith Corporation was surprised to learn that one of the main supplier is owned by Smith, vice president of purchasing. When the accountant mentioned this relationship to his immediate superior, he was told that the superior provides a high quality product at the market price. Therefore, no conflict of interest exists under MA statement of ethical professional practice. Accountant is not obligated to because the vice president is purchasing not required to follow by any practice. This is not correct. Should follow the company established policy about the reporting apparent conflict of the interest. This can be happen. This may be the correct. Does not need to act in superior high quality. This is not a correct. Should first consult with his attorney and legal obligation and risks related to this issue. An accountant Smith Corporation was surprised to learn that one of the main superiors is owned by Smith, Vice President Purchasing. That is when the accountant mentioned that his relationship to his immediate superior. He was told that superior provide high quality of product at market price. Therefore, no conflict of interest exists. The suit was a company established price about reporting per conflict of interest. That the boss consult with his attorney about the isn't related to the issue. This one is which of the following example give the IMA statement ethical professional practice best apply to the manipulation of income increase of financial management manager bonus. The financial manager should communicate inform fairly and objectively. Mm, Communication professional limitation other constant that would procure responsibility manage judgment or successful performance by the activity. Refrain from using confidential information, ethical legal advantage. Management maintain an appropriate level of professional leadership that expertise by enhancing knowledge and skill. Communicate the information clearly and objectively. Management plans relation for making the decision regarding the ethical conduct regulation by regular basis. Decision their finance management participation in the company's bonus system could lead to the ethical conflict. That although the reward system perfect the financial management obligation not about abuse the system. That is the company. That will communicate the professional limitation or the constraint that could uh, procure the responsibility, judgment, and successful performance of the activity, communication fairly and objectivity. Knowledge, maintaining appropriate level of knowledge, if using this was not correct. Now we are in question number 22, right? A member of management account staff shared the budget with the distributor that in according with that IMA statement of the ethical professional practice, which of the following would best represent to ethical failure in that situation. The questions recently fan club submitted that budget for the coming year to management. Included in the budget were that plan for a new product that is a rechargeable fan. The new fan will not only last longer than the competitor product but is also more quiet. While not yet approved, the budget call for aggressive in advertising their support to sales target as the business community was not yet aware for that fan club was close to produce for new fan. The member of management that communicate staff share the budget with the distributor. In this case, the budget was not been approved and therefore is not for pub- publication. Budget was not approved and therefore is not publication. The employees should refrain from disclosing confidential information. The staff member for the company's potential lawsuit. The price has not been established, so we have to go for option B. Question number 23. Which of the following which of the following standard which of the following standard of IMA statement of ethical professional practice is relevant? Hmm. The question electronic has recently implemented a new evaluation process that bases bonus primarily on the variance between the budgeted and actual cost of the center or cost center. Individual with the budgeted to actual variances in excess of 20% will receive no bonus. Richard Benz oversees one cost center of Elite and concerned that his bonus will be adversely impacted. He has a strong personal relationship with the controller, who is responsible for the developing and reviewing and approving budget. He has asked the controller to accept his budget with the estimated costs higher than would be reasonably expected for the next financial year. In appropriation for the accepting these flatted costs, Vance offered that controller season ticket to the sport of his choice. That was one of the following standard of the IMS statement ethical proposal practice is relevant. The credibility if the controller share the wins of all that other member management team. The confidentiality of the this not confidentiality integrity competence if the controller accepts the ticket because he has not performed his duty in accordance with the established law. Integrity if the controller accepts that ticket that because of certain would prejudice his liability. This one is correct. Competence. We are in question 24. A typical code of ethics conduct for the accounting and financial management professional in the accordance with the require of all of the following except finance and management professional that organize require all of the following except a typical code of ethical conduct for the accounting and financial management professional in the organization require all of the following except subjectivity, presenting information, preparation, report making, analysis. This is not independent, conflict, integrity. We are in question number 25 now. Which of the following statement is reasonably responsibility of IMA member regarding the competence to perform duties according with the relevant law, regulation, and ethical standard, and communicate the information clearly and objectively. This is also competence. Refrain from engaging prejudice. This is the integrity, not a competence, and inform all inform inform all the relevant parties regarding the appropriate use of confidential information, monitor, ensure compliance, user information, inform. This is not a competence fairly. This is not. Now we are in question number 26. Based on the IMA statement, ethical professional practice, Benwal would be in violation of the which of the following statement. Charlie Binol was the one team that evaluated the potential acquisitions. Both the Benwell's employer and the potential target are publicly traded companies. A significant portion of the Benwell's personal investment portfolio is composed for the target companies stock, which Benwell did not disclose. Integrity, confidentiality, credibility, competence. This is integrity. According to the IMA statement, ethical professional practice, one of the overarching ethical practice is objectivity. Objectivity means what? Acting objectivity is an acting impartial manner that being free from base, honesty, justice, being open-minded, tolerant, accepting. Perform function completely and timely manner. This is not correct. Basis judgment and establish a criteria. Being a judgmental on a established set of criteria. Fairness instead forward. Being judgmental. Fairness instead forward or conduct. Parts a manner that being free from this is fairness. Now question number 28. According to the question number 28. The accountant was instructed to keep this asset classification as a weirdest question that auditor, in accordance with the IMA statement that ethical profession practice, the superior violate all of the following ethical standards except confidentiality, credibility, confidentiality. Now we are in question number 29, going to finish one. Which of the following statement is not a responsibility for an IMA member regarding the credibility standard of ethical conduct? Credibility means provide decision support information, recommendation, accurate, clear, so it's timely. A report clearly deficiency information, timely processing, internal control information with organized policy and applicable law. Provide all the relevant information that reason is expected to be influence the and intended users understanding report. To communicate information fairly and objectively. This is correct. Provide decision support information, recommendation, and accurate, clear, consistently. This is not. Report delay deficient delay in this is correct. To provide all relevant information could reasonably expect to be influence and intended user. This is not correct. Now we are in question number last. This is question number 13, 30. What are the four standard ethical that standard? Now standard is asking CC, competence, competency, confidentiality, objective, responsibility. This is not correct. Honesty, competence, confidentiality, integrity, and credibility. This one is correct. Now check the solution reason. Let me check the answer. Okay, I get 87%. Okay, today is 12 April. It means I get 87% question out of 30 question. 4 question are incorrect and other are correct. Let's see. According to IMA statement, ethical professional practice one of the following overarching ethical fairness. Fairness is acting in a manner. This is incorrect. Fairness is the acting. Judgment is objective, right? Acting in a manner that being the free from the base, the free from the base. This should be the correct answer. This is wrong. I accept this one. Another, there are four, but since violating the credibility statement by community, this one confusion.